Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, OPNS family. We are at it again. Welcome to our evening segment. We're going to just talk this thing out, get to know our guest this evening. And from what I've read and from what I've heard, we're in for a treat. I want to welcome to OPNS Miss April Cook. Thank you for coming in the room to teach
Yeah.
us, guide us, preach us.
Awesome.
Yeah, I said it. Preach us wherever we need to go. I know I was talking to
I love
Bella
it.
about how you developed your concept, and you're in people's heads, and you let God use you. So that's why I say, preach us where we need to be.
Yeah.
Bella, go ahead.
Well, okay, OPNS 97.1 family. You know it's your girl Bella on the new kid on the block. You know how we do. So let's get into it. I'm going to read a little bit about April's bio. I'm going to let her have her way. She's going to tell you all about her. So let's go, OPNS family. From a young age, April Cook has been a student of purpose, always seeking the answers of the all encompassing question, why? Fortunately, April discovered her passion and gift for styling hair at a young age, which led her to start April Cook Salon LLC in 2014. As she grew older, she realized her purpose was related to her gift, but she was much bigger than her experience and her expertise. Styling hair has allowed April to connect with people in a way that just sparks joy in her own life. Through conversations and understanding, April has helped clients gain clarity on various topics while receiving her hair services. I love that. Multitasking always. Knowing that her clients leave feeling better than they came in, key word, feeling better than they came in, April can sit comfortably in her purpose, standing while she exists. April has been able to navigate the ebbs and flows of life. The ebbs and flows of life, Shonda, with clarity and intention. Her purpose gives her a sense of direction, and we all certainly need that. Knowing
Mhm.
that millennials can struggle to find purpose in their lives, April feels led and called to assist others to learn what they need to learn. Hey, I could go on and on, but without further ado, I am going to introduce to you many of you who don't know April, and I'll tell you the connection later. Y'all know Bella always about her biz, right? But right now, OPNS family, won't you put your hands together as we introduce and welcome April Cook to the family. Hey,
Hello.
April.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Good
Thanks for allowing me to
afternoon.
come on with you guys today.
Thank you. So, April, we're gonna dive right in. We're gonna get out the way. We're gonna let you just have your way. But my first question is, April, when did you figure out what was your purpose? And let's talk about that. Who is April and what is your purpose?
So I've learned, I realized I figured out my purpose. Well, I'll start with I figured out what my gift was in the fifth grade. And I knew I loved when I went to the hair salon. I loved how I people would leave feeling how I would hear different conversations. I love to see how my stylist would have conversations with her clients and how they would be uplifted when they left and they felt good, they looked good, they felt good from the inside. And I just remember saying, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to do that for other people. And I realized that I was actually good at hair. And so, of course, um, over the years, I went from just like being intrigued by hair to actually studying under my old stylist in the 10th grade. And then moving through life, I wound up going to school for business because I knew maybe, okay, hey, I like hair. Then it was my parents who were saying, well, why don't you go to school for business so that you can open your own shop? That way, you can do your own thing. So all throughout college, I was doing hair, but it was just something that I don't know. It was something inside of me that I knew that it was connected to something that made me feel fulfilled in life. And I don't think there's any other thing that I love to do other than doing hair as much as I love doing hair. But it sparked my interest sparked in the fifth grade. So that's something that I feel like around that time is when I realized, hey, I have a gift. Hey, I'm good
Mhm.
at this, right? And then along with my parents' help, guiding me through the journey, and then of course, like God and praying, trying to figure out where I'm going in life. I realized, hey, doing people's hair, and I like the conversation that we have. Like, I love to be able to inspire others, um, whether it's them going to launch out on a business or them trying to figure out what they want to do in life, just in general. And that really sparked something inside of me to say, hey, I want to be able to inspire others. And I also want to help them kind of figure out their purpose, because I've had so many friends along life's journey that says, hey, how did you figure out your thing? And so young. I mean, going to school, some people have gone to school for different things, and they go out and get a job, and it may not be in the field that they really thought they loved, or they have to they have to provide for a family or something like that, and so they just do what they have to do, and still come and sit in the chair while they're getting their hair done, and they're like, this isn't it, or like, how can I figure this out? And I always go back to, well, what do you love? What do you love the most? So that part about me doing hair and servicing my clients and those things helped me to launch my apparel line, Purpose Over Everything, because I realized, like, hey, like, purpose is foundational, really. And it really helps people to be fulfilled in life when they feel like their life has meaning, and when they feel like that they're doing something that adds value to not only themselves, but to other people. And so it's crazy how all of that like ties in together with just me doing hair, me figuring out like, hey, I love hair. And then while doing hair, it's like, oh, I love the conversations. I love to inspire. It just kind of happens. I feel like people say, they call me the therapist, the hair therapist.
I love that. Now, April, they don't know what we know. We're going to have to help the audience, because I know a lot about you. Obviously, I know you intimately. You said something earlier, and everybody knows, like, to peel back the onion a little bit, the layers, right? You talked about purpose over everything. They don't know about your movement. You need to stop right there and explain to them, what is purpose over everything?
So Purpose Over Everything is a apparel line. I actually have on the shirt now. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have like shirts and hats, and I have a few other things that are coming out. But Purpose Over Everything is an apparel brand that sparks meaningful conversations between young men and women, and about the like 30 and 40. I mean, that's not just the age bracket, but I know those are the people that I usually speak with the most, who are trying to figure out their life's journey, their why, the reason why they exist, And so that was something, like I was saying, that kind of sparked my interest in just doing hair. And I said, hey, I don't know what this is going to be. Purpose Over Everything. It's just OVA. I know a lot of people say, what does OVA stand for? It just means over. Like, choose purpose over everything. Like, put that first. But it is an apparel line that I launched in October of this year, so it's pretty new.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I love that it helps to start sparking the conversation in people. And I even have, older clients who have said, like, I've worked my whole life, and, thank you for this line, because it's really making me think about what my purpose is, or, so it's just, that's what Purpose Over Everything is.
It's an apparel line. A time out, right? A time out. April, like, let me stop, pause, think. And I love what you're saying, and Queen can jump in. I'm focused on you. If you don't mind, I'm going to put you on blast, April. Millennium that you are. How old are you, and where are you from originally?
I am 31 years old, and originally from Baltimore, Maryland.
She said that word. I think Baltimore, Maryland. OPNS man, we got Baltimore in the house.
In the house.
Yeah. And April.
Listen, I'm definitely going to jump in. Belle knows for me, I have a heart for God's people. I have a heart for women, and I definitely have a heart for young adults. I believe in today's time. I mean, I used to be there, right? Trying to figure it out. And at 31, oh my God, I was married with 3 kids, trying to figure out. I always knew what I wanted in life, and I always knew, coming from a singing family, we know there's a difference in singing and singing, and I come from one of those singing background families. So I always knew that was a part of my life, but to what capacity, had no idea. And so just, I'm always in awe of young people that overcome the distractions of the world so that they can
So many.
position themselves, you know what I'm saying, to just shine. And I love that. I have a 23-year-old daughter and I have a 20-year-old daughter, and that's my whole thing. It's like, oh, baby, let your little light shine, you know? So
Yeah.
my question for you, even in what I just said, being a young adult, how long have you had this business, and do you see how you mentioned your parents being involved in helping you blossom into who you are now? How long have you had this business, and do you feel that it would be something completely different, or maybe not even be, if your parents were not involved, if you did not have that support system?
Yeah, so I started April Cook Salon in 2014. I was about 25, so it's been about 6 years now. And I feel like it probably would have been different. Like I talk to my parents all the time when they say like around the time when I was starting to grow up, they just realized like what purpose is and how foundational it was. And I'm the youngest of three. And so because of that, it was always a little bug in my ear, like not the bug, but they were the bug in my
I
ear,
got you.
saying, because I loved hair. So after high school, I always did, good in school or whatever. But after high school, I was like, I just want to go to hair school, right? And then I'll be a hairstylist. And, they were like, well, why don't you go to school for business? So maybe I might not have, I mean, we don't know what life has, what path would have come, right? But maybe I wouldn't have gone to school for business. Maybe I would be a salon owner, but maybe I wouldn't have those foundational principles from going to school to actually run a successful business. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
And they keep me grounded. They kind of let me do my own thing because I know they know that I'm a leader, but they're my parents still. So,
Right,
they
right.
try to, guide me. And I really feel
It's
like
it's
that has helped me.
it's like you had an aha moment there, because a lot of things we just go through and we have access and advantage of it, and we
Yeah.
don't realize just how imperative it is, in the success that we have. And I saw it was like a little light bulb moment. She was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And right, and I always ask these questions because, and I always share, my hashtag is here we grow, and understanding that we grow best together.
Mhm.
How is our life shaped and patterned when we are connected to certain mindsets? And we know, come on now, not
Yeah.
all older people are wise, but they're supposed to be, you know.
Right.
It's just a
Right.
blessing if you are connected to, that
Yeah.
wisdom. We were talking earlier today. Today is our Wellness Wednesday, and today has been great. Oh my God. And we were talking with a gentleman earlier, in reference to who's a young entrepreneur like yourself,
Nice.
talking about, the grind. He can't really say that he has what you would call a typical life,
Okay.
being this mastermind business owner, right? What would you
Yeah.
say for yourself? I mean, having, and I definitely want to hear more about purpose over everything, but understanding from your salon, to your, I think purpose over everything is your umbrella, even to your salon, because it
Yes.
it defines the purpose.
Yeah.
So would you say that you have a typical 30-year-old life, you know what I'm saying? Or is it like, look, girl, I ain't got time for that, I got to do this, I got to do that? How is your life in this light?
It's very different. And I say that because I meet so many people who I can't even have regular conversations with about the things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis because they wouldn't be able to connect, if that
I
makes any
so
sense.
get it. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
sometimes it's only a few people that I can share certain things with about life, about business, about where I'm at right now, the struggles that kind of come along with being a business owner. Um so I do feel like it's not a normal life, not your normal 31-year-old life. A lot of people look at me sometimes and they try to figure out how I do it all. Like, how do you do this? Or how do you just have these ideas and just go for it? I'm like, I don't know. I think sometimes it's something inside of me that knows that like, okay, I know I'm
Yes.
supposed to do this, and
Yes.
so I just do it. And sometimes
Yes.
I'm terrified. Like, what is going to happen? Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I just do it anyways. and everybody's not there, and that's okay because we're not all in the same
I like
place,
that.
you know.
Yeah.
Um, and but it's just really for me, it's kind of finding people that I can connect with where I'm at in life right now. But 31, I wouldn't necessarily say that all of my friends, even some of my closest friends, we're all in different paths. We're all in different paths right now, and that's fine too. That's fine. But yeah, 31, it's different. Being a business owner, I think my mind thinks differently about what I do, my time. I'm a very like a time conscious person, maybe because I schedule appointments all day. Um, and I don't know. I just feel like life as an entrepreneur is just different in itself. The way you think, how you handle your time, what you entertain, what you don't. Some things, like you were saying, like I don't have time for that. Like if it's going to take me off my track, it's like I'm good, okay. And it doesn't take me that long to figure out if it's not we're not going in the same direction, and that's on all like covering all bases.
That's good, April. And that's gonna lead me into a question for you. So I want you to unpack a little bit. I want you kind of sit in where we are. So,
Okay.
April, how do you stay focused, right? With your different obstacles. It's called life. Everybody has life every single day, right? How do you stay focused and grounded when those obstacles come your way in terms of your business, in terms of your life? What's your secret sauce, as we like to say?
To be honest, my secret sauce is legit God. And I can't say it any other way because that's it. That's all I have. And not to be like deep or anything, but I talk to God like all the time. And when things are like I feel weird on the inside, I'm like, okay, I need to pause. I need to go take a moment. Like, and I'll be quiet, like, or if it's like first thing in the morning or something like that, or even the middle of the day, and I in between clients, I'm like, okay, something is off. Let me just take a moment, and I'll put on a little like, and it's weird because this year I started using like nature sounds. Before I used to listen to like worship music, but now
Right.
like I'm in a different space, and not a bad space, but it's just a different space. And so I like put on nature sounds, and I'll just be like, God, I need you to show me, like for real. And I know it sounds so not crazy, but when I get quiet and still, that's when he really talks and he tells me what I need to do. And so I know that's not, I guess, the popular answer or whatever, especially for people in my age bracket. And then they try to figure out, how are you so successful? Or like, how is it everything just working out for you? I'm like, I literally have to ask for direction and wisdom. Like this
Yes.
t-shirt line, the purpose over everything, that idea came to me in 2018. This year, I was like, it's time. I don't know. I just knew it was time to do it. And I don't know anything about apparel lines, right? I mean, it's only been hair. Like I wear t-shirts, I wear hats and things like that. But the behind the scenes part of running an apparel line and promotions and advertisement and all that, I don't know. I didn't know that stuff, before. And I'm like, okay, God, I need you to connect me with the right people. I need to know the right information. I need to do this. And so that's really, to be honest, how I get by. I can't make up anything else. I couldn't tell you I go jogging in the morning and I get my inspiration. Like that's not it for me.
Hey,
But
April, let me tell you something. You are God centered because Shanta and I have ushered him in and we put him first above all. And let me say something to you, young lady. Here I go, Queen. I too listen to what I call soundscapes, right?
yes.
My daughter Ashley, she like, Ma, what you listen to? I'm listening to my soundscapes, Ashley, because it takes me to the place of my worship. But I am unapologetically unafraid to say that's what I do. So, April, you are not alone. We're going to set some people free tonight. We have a lot of people on the line right now, and here I go. I got to do my due diligence because of my age and wisdom, April. I got to bring, we were talking to a young lady last week, Queen and I always like to bring the parents into the equation. I need you to do a shout out, talk a little bit about your parents. I happen to know them, OPNS family, intimately. And it's a big deal when you have the support, right?
Yes.
And the love and all of that, because I too go to her parents for wisdom as it comes to this thing called life. I want you to talk a little bit about how you are where you are. And a lot of it is directly related to your parents.
Yes, they are amazing people. I get to call them parents. But they really have helped me to grow, to be the person that I am today. And they are so supportive. And you don't, sometimes I guess you take it for granted how supportive your parents are, or just your family in general. And then you meet somebody who doesn't have that same support, or maybe are trying to like, get through life, and they're like, if I just had the support of my family, whereas my family, my parents, they are like, what you need? Okay, what you doing? Okay, we're going to be there. Like, they're always there. They're literally always there. And just having them be a part of my life and really allowing me to be myself. Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to wear a lot of colors. I used to, I was bright. It was just me, my personality. I just guess it was big. They never tried to make me like dim my light, you know. And even when I said, "Hey, I want to do hair," it wasn't like, "Well, you don't want to do anything else," because I've met friends whose parents may have said something, on those lines as well, and then they're not fulfilled. So it's like, it's crazy because you don't realize, and I guess until you get older, how important and how foundational like your parents are in your life, and how they really help to nurture you. And it was really my parents who said, "Hey, you're good at this. Okay, let's push you on this path. Not like, let's take you away from this path that you really love and enjoy." But yeah, so they've been great. They literally have been great.
You said something earlier, and I was trying to jump in there when you were talking about those. When you hear God is talking to you, I'll tell you a little funny thing happened to me today. Bella, don't judge me. Don't judge me. So we're on this health journey, right?
Okay.
And today I wind up stuck out and about and starving, right? So I had a hamburger, right? Which is totally against my diet, all right? Right? So,
Got it.
right, but I was so hungry. I was so hungry. And I know Tiffany is going to get me later. I was so hungry. And so it was funny because as I was eating the burger, of course, the hunger was going away. But I heard plain as day, do not eat this entire burger. I heard it plain as day. It was not me talking to me. It was that small, still voice. Because when I eat stuff like that, I mean, it is just, I'm in pain. And so
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard that voice, and you guys should have seen me. I was battling between how good this burger was and giving it to a relative. Okay, do I? Okay, but then if I don't adhere to this voice, I'm
You
going to
already
pay
know.
for it later.
Yeah.
Guys, you should have seen me. I was like, here, you can have this. It was, I was not a joyful giver at all. But
Bad.
that's what I thought about when you were talking about, a lot of people ask you, how is it, that you stay so focused, or why is it that you made that decision? Oh God, I get that every day, and especially people in my circle that know my story or know some of my story. I get that all the time. How is it that you're going through this, but you did that anyway? Or how is it that you had lack in this area and you done started a whole nother business in this area? It is something, I believe that it is something on the inside of us that God put there first. And it was
Yeah.
those parents and that support system around us. It was their responsibility to
Yeah.
shape and to mold it and to feed it and to nurture it. Some parents didn't get it right, but
Yeah.
it did not change the fact that God put it there first. And I
Right.
believe that when we're being pulled, it's like He's pulling the greatness out of us. He's pulling it to the point where it's gonna get your attention. Yep, this thing is gonna keep you up tonight. Yep, you got. So
Yeah.
I can relate with what you were saying. So with where you are now in your life, what are you looking forward to? How are you looking forward to your company, your salon, your businesses, maybe a new business? How are you looking to evolve here in the near future?
So I know within like the next year, I am looking to expand my services for April Cook Salon, which may have me have, other people working for me, maybe like an esthetician going into like a full type of spa service.
Okay.
Um, and as far as purpose over everything, well, let me go back. So I'll say, um, for Cook Salon, it's really like about finding a new location, even training other people. I'm also a senior cosmetologist, so I am looking to maybe have an apprentice, work under me or train other girls to do what I'm doing now. So that's pretty much, well, that's where I'm at in the near future. That's kind of where I want to go with Cook Salon, and really just being able to continue to connect with others while, servicing them and making them feel good about the decisions that they make in life and helping them talk through it. I don't know. People are always like, would you go back to school for therapy? I was like, or counseling? I'm like, I don't know. But I don't know. So like, who knows what life has to offer? Um,
Wow.
but as far as purpose over everything, and I'll say this, like I've had so much support from my family, my friends, and my clients, but I really want to broaden the platform because even though it's an apparel line, it's also a platform. So it's really what I've been doing with it so far is just asking people to send their pictures in their shirts or their hats and send me an excerpt of what they think their purpose is or what they feel like their journey is. So being able to maybe interview people, later on so that they can tell their story or maybe they can inspire others by using the platform Purpose Over Everything would be amazing. And so I don't know how big it's going to be, but that is something that I truly desire from the apparel line, that it really sparks the conversation with not just people locally, but like people all over, that they really
Right.
find their purpose.
That's good. Now, April, we always like to be interactive. We've got a Queen can see we have a lot of people commenting right now,
Yeah.
which is great
Yeah.
because you are sparking an interest. I always like to ask my audience this. So, April, what would you say to someone who's trying to figure out what they're passionate about? Help them, guide them along their way. What would you say to that? Speak to the audience about that.
Okay. I would say to start with the thing that you love the most or the thing that you're naturally good at. So I would say maybe take a piece of paper and jot down all the things that that you're naturally good at. Not that somebody had to train you, but things that just come easy, right? And then out of those things, think about the ones that you love the most, like that kind of, like I said, come easy, but it adds a sense of meaning or value. Or also, well, I won't say or, but also things that you see that are not done correctly, or it's like you have a solution to a problem, those type of things that kind of bug you. Like, I wish this could be done so much better. Or, you literally think about how something, yeah, like how you can think how something can be done much better. I would say start with those things because I really feel like even the things that keep you up at night, to be honest, those ideas that come in your mind, jot them down because people ignore those ideas. And I feel like we get those ideas and visions not for no reason. It's because we're really supposed to do them,
Yes.
Come
Yes.
on
you
now.
know? And so, like, those are the things, that's where you start with. That's what I would say start with. Jot those things down. The things that come easiest to you, the things that you naturally are good at, um, solutions to problems that you feel like need to be answered, and the things that keep you up all the time. I would say start with those things and then think on it. Like really sit and think on those things, make a list and think on it. Yep.
I
And
like
then
that.
move forward.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. It's like you're saying, write the vision and make it plain, pretty much.
Absolutely.
That's
Yes.
what I heard, Uh, and I want to say, just to add on to that, there's no task too big for God. How
Yeah.
many times are afraid of the thought, of the idea? Maybe I create
Guilty.
words. I create words all the time, right? And just how we have yesterday, we also have yester issues, yester problems. yester setbacks, yester letdowns. And it's
Yeah.
all of those yester issues that it costs us our current opportunity, the current blessed place that we're in. So there's no task, there's no idea, no vision, no dream too big for you to succeed, especially if God is the one that put it there.
Yeah.
So I loved your answer with that, Bella. Yeah,
I want to say this as we close out April. You've touched on a lot. I always like to do shout outs with our audience because we counted on joy that they could put anyone tonight. We have a special follower, Gwen McClellan out of California. She follows us a lot. So you're hitting home. She's an older, mature woman, and she says Jeremiah 29. So she's aligning with you to saying you're definitely a walking Jeremiah 29:11. For we know the plans that God had for you, April. We've also got another queen, Kenosha. We love Kenosha. We introduced
Kenosha K.
She said, "Girl, you better speak it. You better speak it." Because you're right, April. I want you to know you've got love from the OPS because when we get quiet, that's when God is absolutely speaking to us. I think Kenosha has something up there natural good at. Not the ones that people tell you, the ones that you absolutely love to do. The wake up calls at 3 a.m. Child, keep going. In Atlanta, you got some love going on here. Queen, who you see out there? I'm telling you.
Oh, let's see. G. Martin, when you said, that the secret sauce is God. They just put God with exclamation marks. Gwen says gifts and callings of God intentionally. Of God, and then that's the referencing of the Jeremiah 29. April said, "Go." No, Ashley said, "Go, April." Yes, we had to.
My Ashley's on there. Shout out Ashley.
So and as we close here, we get ready for our next broadcast. This platform is a platform where we are reaching the world with transparency and letting people know. Listen. The only thing that sets you aside from the business owner and you're the fact that you're working for somebody is just that title. We are all people and we have all the same opportunity to do whatever it is that we're wanting to do in life. I think a lot of people, well, not that I think, I've had a lot of people to say to me, Shanta, I want to say something to you, but you just look so mean. I don't think I look mean.
No.
I think that I have the face of an angel. But I do think that the enemy knows when I see him, and that certain things can't come in my environment, in my space. My apostle said I'm sarcastic. I'll take that. If that keeps that craziness away from me, then I'll be sarcastic all day long. But I do believe, that we grow best together. And you help someone on this broadcast tonight. You help someone, and understanding that from a young age, there was a drive, there was a pull, there was a passion. And what I heard was you didn't give up. I'm pretty sure there were some ups, some downs, some highs, some lows, some, are you serious about this right now? I might not want to do this. We have all of those things. But I think that the key is don't give up, and that's what I heard in your sharing with us tonight. So I thank you, Baltimore. I can't say it the way y'all said because I'm not from the area. But so now let our viewers know the name of your salon again and where it's located. Girl, we got to send you some business.
Yeah. How we can get with you, April? Come on.
Yeah. So it's April Cook Salon, and I'm in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay. All right. So
you have a website, the email address, or anything we can reach out to you?
Yeah. So I have a website. It's www.aprilcooksalon.com. And they can also find me on Instagram at aprilcook_salon and on Facebook at April Cook Salon LLC.
Okay, so I want to make sure that I got it right. www.aprilcook without an S salon.com.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So listen, guys, let April know that you got in touch with her through the OPNS. Matter of fact, let that be a nice little blessing. Just tell her, okay, hey, OPNS, you never know what she might do for you. The fact that you met and greeted with her right here on OPNS 97.1. I thank you, April. And I knew I was going to have fun getting to know you. And it was spot on. Bella, you want to close us out?
All I want to say is, April, God bless you. God bless you. Shout out to Aaron and April. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Annette. Shout out to Aaron Jr. Shout out to Anisha. I love y'all, Be More. I will not be home Thanksgiving, okay?
Yeah, it's okay. We know you gotta be safe.
Oh
Gotta
my
be safe
goodness.
out here.
April,
Yes,
we
yes.
thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we will have you back again, won't we, Queen? We will have you
Yes, we
back.
Yes.
will. Yes, we will.
Yes.
Listen,
Thank you for
OPNS
letting me
family,
come.
you are welcome. You are welcome. You're family now, so most definitely. OPNS family, don't you go anywhere. Don't listen. If you need a snack, go get a snack. We'll be right back in front of you in 20 minutes, finishing out our Wellness Wednesday with none other than Miss Tiffany Kelly. So thank you so very much for chiming in here, April Cook. Thank
Thank
you, baby.
you.
And let's just go birth another business so we can talk about it a little bit later. How about that?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do that. God bless
I
you,
love
baby.
it.
All right, OPNS, we'll see you in a
Bye.
minute.